Hello students, welcome to online audio video lessons. Myself Mrs. Rajeshwari Mahapatra, mathematics teacher for standard 8. Students, today we will continue the variation chapter of mathematics, that is chapter number 7. We will continue with the practice set 7.2. So let's start with the practice set 7.2. The first question of this is, the first question of practice set 7.2 is, the information about numbers of workers and number of days to complete a work is given in the following table. Complete the table. So here number of workers and here the days are given. So here solution, let n represent the number of workers and d represent the number of days required to complete a work. So here, since number of workers and number of days to complete a work are in inverse proportion, that means here we can write it over here, n varies 1 upon d, therefore n is equal to k multiply 1 upon d, where k is the constant of variation, so n multiply d equals to k. When n is equal to 30 and d equals to 6, then we can find the value for k after substituting n is equal to 30 and d equals to 6 in equation 1. So in this equation we will put it, so n multiply d, that means here 30 multiply 6 we will get 180. So k will be here 180. So n multiply d equals to k equals to 180. This is the equation of variation. Now d equals to 12 and n is equal to 7. d equals to 12 and n is equal to 7 over here in the equation. So n multiply d equals to 180. That means over here n multiply 12 equals to 180. So n is equal to 180 upon 12, that is equals to 15. So n value we got it over here 15. Similarly, when n is equal to 10, we have to find the value for d. So substituting n is equal to 10 in equation 2, we get n multiply d equals to 180. That means 10 multiply d equals to 180. d will be equals to 180 upon 10, that is 18. Now we will switch to the next part, that is, when d equals to 36, n is equal to what we have to find. So substituting d is equal to 36 in equation 2, we will get n multiply d equals to 180. That means n multiply 36, n is equal to 180 upon 36, that is equals to n equals to 5. So here we got the values, that is 15 and here 18 and here 36. Now come to the next question. Find constant of variation and write the equation of variation for every example given below. So here the first one, p varies 1 upon q if p is equal to 15, then q equals to 4. So p inversely we can say, or we can say varies also 1 upon q. So here the first one is p varies 1 upon q, it is given. That means p is equal to k multiply 1 upon q, where k is the constant of variation. Therefore, p multiply q equals to k. When p is equal to 15, q is equal to 4. Substituting p is equal to 15 and q is equal to 4, we get p multiply q is equal to k. That is 15 multiply 4 is equal to k. K will be equals to 60. Substituting k is equal to 60 in equation 1, we will get p multiply q is equal to k. So p multiply q is equal to k is what? 60. So this is the equation of variation. The constant of variation is 60 and the equation of variation is PQ is equal to 60. Similar way for the second bit also we can go, that is Z varies 1 upon W, it is given. So Z is equal to K multiply 1 upon W, where K is the constant of variation. That means Z multiply W equals to K, where Z and W value is given, substitute it and then find the value for K. So here K is also 60. That means this is the equation of variation. This is the constant equation we got and it is the equation of variation, ZW equals to 60. The constant of variation is 60 and the equation of variation is ZW equals to 60. So now the next one is similar type how we have done for the previous one. So now we can move to the next question, question number 3. Here the boxes to be filled with apples in a heap. If 24 apples are put in box, then 27 boxes are needed. If 36 apples are filled in the box, how many boxes will be needed? So let X represent the number of apples in each box and Y represent the total number of boxes required. The number of apples in each box are varying inversely with the total number of boxes. That means over here we can say that X varies, that is 1 upon Y. That means X is equal to K multiply 1 upon Y, where K is the constant of variation. X multiply Y is equal to K. That means if 24 apples are put in box, that 27 boxes are needed. Why? That is why when X is equal to 24, Y is equal to 27. That means substituting X is equal to 24 and Y is equal to 27 in equation 1, we can get the value of K, that is constant of variation. So constant of variation we got 648 and equation is XY is equal to K. So XY equals to 648. This is the equation of variation. Now we have to find the number of boxes needed. When 36 apples are filled in each box, that means X is 36, Y we have to find, and K is already known, that is 648. So after substituting in the equation of variation values, we will get Y is equal to 18. If 36 apples are filled in a box, then 18 boxes are required. Now move to the next question. Write the following statement using symbol of variation. So the wavelength of sound and its frequency are in inverse variation. That means L belongs to 1 upon F. If the intensity L of light varies inversely with the square of the distance of a screen from the lamp, that is 1 varies 1 upon D square it is. Okay. Then next one, we will move to the next part, that is question number 4. Question number 5 and 6 is left. So here we can see this X varies 1 upon root over of Y, and when X is equal to 40, then Y is equal to 16. If X is equal to 10, find Y. So first of all, in the solution, X varies 1 upon Y, root over of Y. That is, we have to mention. Then X will be equals to, we will remove this variation sign. So that will be equals to K multiply 1 upon root over of Y, where K is the constant of variation. Therefore, X multiply root Y is equal to K. So when X is equal to 40 and Y is equal to 16, what will be the value for K? That is X multiply root over of Y, that is 40 multiply root over of 16 is equal to K. Root over of 16 is equal to 4. So 40 multiply 4 is 160. So substituting K as 160 in equation 1, we will get X multiply root over of Y is equal to K. That is X multiply root over of Y is equal to 160. This is the equation of variation. When X equals to 10, Y we have to find. So substituting X is equal to 10, we get X multiply root over of Y is equal to 160. That means 10 multiply root over of Y is equal to 160. Root over of Y is equal to 160 upon 10. That means root Y equals to 16. Now squaring both sides, what we will get? Y is equal to 16 square, that is 256. Now come to the last question. X varies inversely as Y. When X is equal to 15, then Y is equal to 10. If X is equal to 20, then Y is equal to, we have to find out. Now, X varies 1 upon root Y. Therefore, X is equal to K multiply 1 upon root Y. That means where K is the constant of variation, here X multiply Y is equal to K. So, X is equal to 15 and Y is equal to 10. By substituting this X and Y value, we can find the value of K. So, substituting K is equal to, in equation 1, we will get the equation of variation, that is XY is equal to 150. So, when X is equal to 20, we have to find the value of Y. Here X is 20 and equation of variation K, the constant of variation 150 we have. So, 20 multiply Y is equal to 150. That means Y is equal to 150 upon 20. So, Y is equal to 7.5. Hope you must have understood this is properly.